Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new A24 comedy, Friendship, from writer-director Andrew DeYoung, but most people will probably recognize this as the new Tim Robinson movie, who obviously is famous for I Think You Should Leave, and this film really leans on the whole entire shtick, the whole entire presentation of Tim Robinson's humor. It's one of those kinds of things like, I think, Dream Scenario, where it's like, sure, this probably was written without this person specifically in mind, but once you put this person in, it reshapes the whole entire feel. But I do want to give Andrew DeYoung a lot of credit. This film has, at points, like a dreamlike feel, because you have all of these like cutaways to Tim Robinson's character Craig visualizing what life would be if he had, some best buds and these weird, strange experiences. He has some drug trips and all of these things. And it's interesting, and the music in this film is ethereal, otherworldly. It has that, Keegan DeWitt does the score for this, which really captures that kind of feel of like this synthy, nostalgic kind of feel that also feels like otherworldly. And I think that comes into play well when, he's daydreaming about all these ridiculous things. And I think DeYoung really knows how to direct the humor of Tim Robinson. You need to hold on to things a little bit longer. And the editing, Sophie Cora, who's the editor on this film, they know exactly when to cut, when to just keep it drawn out, and keep making it even more awkward. And I think from a directorial standpoint, this is a fully realized vision, collaboration of DeYoung and Robinson, and it really delivers. Because the humor is so uncomfortable, it is so cringy, it is so awkward. And Tim Robinson sells every single moment, with him starting to yell out of nowhere, or him just like saying the most random things. From like the opening scene, his wife, played by Kate Mara, has gone through trauma. And it's like a support group, and he makes one of the most uncomfortably awkward jokes, and it hits like it drops like a lead balloon. It is so hilarious. This film, if you're tuned into his humor, you'll laugh throughout this whole entire film. There will be moments where people will probably be wondering, why are these people laughing? It's like, because it's hilarious. And I felt like I was laughing way more than anybody else did in the theater. And that's the challenge of this film. If you're not tuned into this like very specific sense of humor that Tim Robinson has, I feel like you're going to be missing a bit on this film. Actually, quite a bit. And Robinson really sells his performance. His reactions to things are hilarious. Like, I was laughing just at him staring awkwardly at things. There's so many dumb, random things that he does and how he reacts and hyperfixates on. This character of Craig is disconnected. His wife has been through so much, and she's obviously having an affair on him and seeking support elsewhere, and he's just so oblivious to all of this. She has a really uncomfortable relationship with her son, which is way too close, and Jack Dylan Grazer really sells that, like, awkwardness, like them kissing on the lips and having these affectionate holding, and Tim Robinson's like, "You guys kiss on the lips?" And just like those kinds of reactions just kill it. And this whole film, at the core of it, though, is about male friendship. And this is a hyper realistic, like over-the-top rendition of how events actually happen. But there is a complex situation of, for many people, of building friendships and adult friendships. And friendships, like for men, being able to build something that's meaningful, that isn't just like a bro friendship where they get a beer and talk some sports. And this film knows how to capture that awkwardness so well. And Paul Rudd as Austin is just like the coolest dude, man. With his like Paul Rudd little mullet and mustache. But Paul Rudd brings so much more to this character, because this character is a lot more than this fantasy that Craig sees him as. And Paul Rudd brings some awkwardness and some insecurity and just those kinds of layers, which makes them more interesting friends and have a more interesting connection than you might see on the surface. This film goes to crazy places, and there's certain times in the film where the narrative, I think, kind of loses its way, or it goes for a big swing for a gag, and it might not hit. But there's so much in this film thematically that works, atmospherically, humor-wise, and performance-wise, that this is a really, really good film. And by the end, you're just tuned into the wildness that is this film, combined with DeYoung and Robinson's vision of what this could be. If you're not quite on the same frequency, you might not have the same kind of experience. But if you're cued in and you've watched and looked at all of the I Think You Should Leave memes and Tim Robinson memes, this is for you, and you'll probably have like a good 30 extra memes to throw around, because there's some wild stuff, hilarious lines, and super awkward setups and payoffs throughout this film. But those are my thoughts on Friendship. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.